Let me give you the context. You've just reached 250 MCMMO levels on Manacube, and you finally have access to the IE dungeons. All of the great loot you can get out of them is just waiting for you. Then you try to complete one and you die 45 seconds in to a pilgrim route. Alright. After that loss, you may try and try again until you finally get a good run, and you finally manage to complete your first dungeon in 30 minutes. That's the point where you may wonder as you see people completing the dungeon consistently in under 15 minutes in chat. How do they do it this fast? And this is where we get to the core of this video. Here are 5 tips to cut your dungeon time in half, so you can get that sweet full set just that much faster. First tip, and yet the most important. Get a legal minimap. The map allows you to plan your route through the dungeons, and beeline to the most important rooms while dodging useless ones. Now be careful. The minimap you get can't show players or entities, as that's against the rules of the server and could get you banned. However, fair play maps are very useful for dungeons, and I'd highly recommend you get one. Indeed, as you may have noticed, we can directly see the rooms we need to get to, as they are highlighted on the minimap. Second tip, and a more general one this time. Time your strikes. Dungeons run on recent PvE, so you cannot spam click, otherwise you won't do much damage. So please, and I can't say this enough, time your strikes. Third tip. This is a simple one. Use your items to the fullest. Now I cannot count the amount of times I've seen people treat the Dragon Mask as just a defensive item. Here on the run, going in the background, I got the Dragon Mask pretty early. It allowed me to absolutely demolish most mobs in my way. It's insane. Use the Dragon Mask. Please, people, I beg you. The Trident is also a great example of that. It's a very good ranged and melee weapon, but most people don't use it when they have a good sword or a good bow. If used to the fullest potential, most items, from item rooms or not, can deal lots of damage. You'll just have to use them. Fourth tip. Target priority. Yeah, just like in FPS. You have to kill the most important threat first. Now, which threat? Well, it depends. I'd say witches first, because they can poison you, weaken you, slow you. As you can see on the run going in the background, I'm really targeting them hard, because, well, I don't want to get poisoned, that's a huge time loss. Strays second, the slowing skeletons for obvious reasons, and then the fast heavy hitters, so brutes, ravagers and zerglings, in that order. After those, just kill what's closest to you and clean the rooms as fast as possible. Fifth tip. Item skipping. Now this won't always count, but you can usually skip the third item room and go straight for the boss if you already have a good equipment. The win condition of a dungeon is to kill the boss at the end, not clear out the whole floor. Of course, if you don't have a good melee weapon, you should still go for the item. Losing because you wanted to go faster is much worse than wasting 3 minutes and securing a win. Now these tips are for single player dungeons, and some of them aren't applicable in multiplayer dungeons. Except the minimap one, get a minimap, it's really good. With these you should be able to get consistent sub 15 minute runs, with some as low as under 10 minutes. I might do a part 2 where I look at specific text for multiplayer dungeons, or to deal with specific mobs, such as the run enders that are brutes. I may also take a closer look at the final boss, the cursed Pharaoh. On the run in the background you can see that I had quite a hard time dealing with him, and had a few close calls as I didn't see the healing crystals spawned, and it cost me the sub 11 minutes. We'll see if I cover him later or not. Personally, I like the roguelike nature of the dungeons, and feel like they were well implemented. Alright, that's enough rambling. Bye bye, and good luck dungeon diving on your own.